like me, you are serious about building wealth and a successful future, then this just might be the mindset shift that you truly need right now. So if you don't know me and if you are new to my channel, thank you for joining in. And I am Alma. I am a baby wearing, nature loving mom of 2 under 2, and on this channel we talk all things business and homemaking and motherhood. So running 3 businesses has truly taught me a lot. I currently run a high-ticket network marketing business. I run a rental business, and I also do crochet as my hobby business. And honestly, the main thing that I have learned is that even though it is so tempting to take those earnings home, it is so important to reinvest all of the profit into your future goals. I have learned that reinvesting is the key to growth in business. And I know that sounds painful, and I know that sounds kind of a little bit backwards, like you're doing all of this work and at the end of the year you've got nothing to show for it, when in fact you really do, because your business is going to be growing exponentially if you reinvest everything that you earn. So let's start with why reinvesting matters. In most businesses, I obviously don't know what yours is, but from my experience of having 3 very different businesses, it's all the same in the fact that unless you improve your business, it's not going to grow. It might be profitable, but it will be profitable on the same level. Whereas if you are to reinvest into your business and grow it and improve it, it's going to improve year by year, meaning that your profit year by year is going to become larger and larger. So for example, my network marketing business, I would invest all of my profit into running ads. So everything that I make, I would put back into running ads, meaning that I can pay more money to run more ads and bring in more leads. So from the money that I make from bringing in 1 lead, I can put that back into ads, and next time bring in 2 leads. And then the money that I make from making 2 leads, I can reinvest again and gain 4 leads, and so on. So the more that I put in, the more that I gain. And then once I am in a comfortable position, I can just reap the benefits when I am ready to. For my rental business, very similar idea. When we first started our rentals, our holiday rentals, we do have now 1 long-term rental property. We did have 2, we now have 1. We converted the second into a holiday rental also. So we now have 3 holiday rentals. When we started, we were not charging the same amount of money that we are charging now, obviously, because the first year, all of the money that we were making was going right back into it on improvements. Second year, very similarly, we took a very small margin of money as a profit. This year, this will be our 3rd year running the rental business, and we this year are going to be taking all of the profit and obviously putting it into the 3rd rental, the 3rd and the 2nd rental, because that also still needs improvements. Meaning that year 4, we will be able to take home all of the profit because we will have improved the rentals to the best of our ability so far. And not only are we going to be able to take home a profit, we're also going to be able to take a bigger profit than year 1, because we are able to start charging more for the property than we were in year 1 because of all of the improvements that we have made. And finally, for my crochet business, again, reinvesting means that I am able to put the money towards maybe running an ad here and there for like a bigger item that's going to bring me more money. I can run an ad and advertise that so that more people come to my online shops. I am able to invest money into craft fairs, buying tables at craft fairs, so that I can sell my products there. every single business has a way for you to reinvest into it and grow it. Obviously, if you are happy where you are, that's fine. But if you want to scale your business and year after year reap a higher profit, you have to reinvest and you have to grow your business. And don't get me wrong, I know how tempting it is to take that profit. But unfortunately, if you do take that profit too soon, you are going to stall your growth. Your business needs fuel, and the profits that you make are the fuel for your business. And that's just the beauty of it. Ultimately, after a few years, my network marketing business is going to run solely on its own, because I will have reinvested to the point where I'm going to be able to automate it fully. I'm going to have staff that run it for me, that, you know, convert leads into affiliates and all of that kind of stuff. So that's going to run on its own. I'm going to be able to reap the benefits of that. My properties, again, will have improved them to the point where they're bringing in enough money for us to hire fully paid staff to manage, clean, and just run in general. So again, that's going to be completely automated. That already gives me 2 completely passive streams of income, and I am hoping to generate that in the first 5 years of business by completely reinvesting, and that's completely attainable. Obviously, my crochet business, I can't completely automate that because that's my hobby baby. I get to do that myself. I get to make these creations myself. So obviously that's never going to happen, but definitely 2 streams of income already completely passive, and it's very much attainable to do that in the first 5 years of running any business if you do it well, do it properly, and reinvest completely. So if you are struggling to think of where to get started, how to know how much to reinvest, here are 3 simple steps for you to figure it all out. So number 1 is you have to know your numbers. Sit down and really work out what your numbers are for the year. So you want to take everything that you've earned and you want to deduct everything that you have paid for that has gone into the business for the year. Into this also include like your taxes, include any like insurances, any bills that go towards the business, any receipts that you have kept, everything. And then what is left over is your profit. Then from the profit, you want to take a wage. And this is a really, really important thing. If you're going to be running a business, do take a wage for yourself. I know that a lot of the time people will tell you that to not bother and, you know, to just put everything back in. But then there's no satisfaction in it. And you need satisfaction to stay positive, or at least I do. I want to be able to see that, you know, I've gained something out of running a business for the year. So you want to figure out what percentage you can take home as a wage, and don't cut yourself short, but also don't, you know, overdo it. Like, give yourself, I would say, like the national minimum wage of wherever you live. Take that home. Everything else that is left over, reinvest into your business. So this takes us on to number 2, which is prioritize impactful investment. So for example, with my properties, this year we will be investing into new flooring. So our second quarter, we're going to be keeping all of the profits from the first quarter, and in the second quarter we will be investing all of our profit into getting new flooring. This is going to be an impactful investment because we need new flooring in the flats. I could invest this money into maybe making unnecessary upgrades like better bedding. The bedding that we have now is good, it's fine, it does well. We do not need it. That would be a very nice upgrade. It would be something that, you know, I would like because I want to change it up all the time, but it's not necessary. And it's not going to be impactful because it's not going to raise our profit margins next year. Whereas if we change the flooring and we upgrade the flooring, I can bring up my charges by maybe £1 or £2 for each property, which over the year actually does raise the profit. And you'll be really, really, really surprised at how much more profit you can earn by making slight increases and slight improvements. And finally, track your results. Make sure that you are tracking and seeing if the improvements that you are making, the reinvestments that you are making, are actually improving your business. Because you don't want to burn yourself, and that's also how you're going to know whether the investment that you have made has been impactful or not. And that's really, really important to do. It's really, really important to know what works and what doesn't work. And this is where the first year is so important, because in the first year, or the first 2 or 3 years, you are going to make a lot of mistakes, and that is great. You want to make those mistakes at the start, and you want to be able to learn from them and understand them, because further down the line, when you make those same silly little mistakes that you made at the start, they are going to cost you a lot more. So make sure that you learn from the mistakes that you make in the first year or 2 or 3, so that you don't make the same ones in year 6, 7 or 8. So whether you are running just one business, or thinking about setting up a business, or running multiple businesses, remember that reinvesting isn't just an expense, it's an opportunity to improve. It's all about playing the long game and making sure that you are set up to live in complete financial freedom further down the line. Sorry, I'm just like looking up because everything has just gone white outside. I don't know if you can tell with the lighting, but I live in Orkney in at the top of Scotland, and we get the craziest fog here. Like, it is so crazy. Sometimes like you just can't see anything in front of you, and that literally just happened. Like, it just went white. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that this video is helpful to some of you and maybe taught you a little bit and given you a new perspective on reinvesting and business.